Everyone, and welcome to your full body session for today. We've got all Pilates, no equipment, lying down onto your back to start with. Relaxing down onto your back. We'll start with some little pelvic tilts just to warm through the lower back. We tuck the tailbone up as if it's rolling towards the ceiling, flattening the lower back into the mat. And then relaxing back the other way, finding that little arch underneath your lower back, pressing the tailbone into the floor, rolling back again, flattening your back, and then rolling back the other way. Relax your arms, relax your head, relax your shoulders. Exhaling with effort. Inhale as you roll away. Exhale as you flatten the back. 5 more here. Inhale. Exhale, rolling back. Inhale. Exhale, rolling back. Last couple. Exhale, roll back. Last one. This time as you exhale, see if we can roll one vertebra at a time, lifting the hips away from the mat. Tailbone comes off all the way up to your lower ribs, and then lowering down one vertebra at a time, finding that lovely segmental motion, making sure not to push down with your head into the mat, finding your flow here. Using your breath. Exhale as you lift. Find that top position with your hips. And then inhale as you rolling all the way down. 5 more here. Rolling down. We've got 4. And 3, keep that head relaxed, pushing with those heels, grounding them down into the mat. Keep it going, find that motion. Coming into our last couple. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you roll back down again. And the last one, we're going to lift up into our top position, and then we're holding here. I want you to squeeze through those glutes. Pop your hands on the side of your glute muscles. Really feel them working. I want you to drop the hips just down an inch towards the mat, and then squeeze the glutes to lift back up again. Drop them down towards the mat, squeeze to lift back up again. We've got 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Now stay up high with the hips if you can. We're coming up onto our tiptoes, lifting the heels off the mat. Bring the heels back down again. Lift the heels away from the mat. Bring the heels back down again. We've got 10, 9, 8, and 7, 6, feeling those glutes work, 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you can, stay lifted. If you really need a break, you can, but try and challenge yourself here. Staying up with those hips, we're opening the knees to the sides of the room and then close back to parallel. Open the knees to the sides of the room, close to parallel. 10, 9, squeeze those side glutes. 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, open the knees, close the knees, come back to parallel, and then slowly release one vertebra at a time onto the mat. Draw the knees in towards your chest. Give your knees a hug. Roll side to side if that feels good. Breathing here. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, release. Find the middle position again with your knees, and then slowly lower one leg down to the mat and the other leg down to the mat. Now from here, we're taking our hands, bend the elbows, fingers float around the ears. I want you to tuck your chin to create a little double chin, lengthen through the back of the neck. Your feet are staying down on the mat, lower back relaxed. Chin tucks in, slowly lift into your chest lift. Your eye line is straight through the middle of the knees, and then slowly lower down. This one is for those upper abs. Tuck the chin in, reset, lift. You should find that shake at the top, and then slowly lower down. We've got 10 here. And 9. Keep using your breath. Exhale as you lift. 8. Elbows are wide. 7. We're taking it slowly. 6. Keep that chin tucked. 5. You shouldn't feel any of this through your neck. If you do, you're not tucking your chin enough before you lift. Keep it going. Last 4. And 3. Two more. And 1. We're going to hold up in this position. Lift your right leg to tabletop, that 90-90 position at the hip and the knee. Drop the right leg down, lift the left. Drop the left leg down. We are marching on the spot, alternating between the left and the right. Left and right. Keep it going, marching. Keep marching. See if you can lift a little bit higher with your chest. Just the tips of the shoulder blades are on the mat. We've got 10, 9, 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Leg comes down, head comes down to the mat. Relax your arms down by your side just for a mini moment. We turn the head to the right. We turn the head to the left. Keep it heavy on the mat. Turn the head to the right. And turn to the left. 1 more each side. Turn to the right. Turn to the left. And then find that nice middle position once more. Now again, we're coming into our chest lift. But this time, as you lift, again, we're tucking the chin in. As you lift, exhale. And then lift the left leg into tabletop and hold it there. Lift the right leg into tabletop. Tap the right leg down. Tap the left. You're lowering through the hip. You're not bending the knee. You're keeping 90 degrees at the knees. Tap and tap. We've got 10. Back flat. 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Come back to tabletop, straighten the right leg, bring it back to tabletop, straighten the left, back to tabletop. 10, keep alternating, back stay flat. 9, 8, 7, 6, really burning those abs. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Well done. Bend those knees in towards your chest. Roll side to side. Roll side to side. Breathe here. We've got 1 more ab progression before we swap to a different muscle group. Breathe. Bring the knees back to the center. See if you can open the knees to the side of the room. Close the knees. Open the knees to the side of the room. Close the knees. Finding that nice rotation through the hips. Open the knees. Close the knees. 2 more. Open the knees. Close the knees. Open the knees. Close the knees. Beautiful. Now from here, we come up into our chest lift and into our tabletop. And then when we are lifting through the chest, maintaining that position, and then straightening both legs into a double leg extension. So tuck that chin, lift, come into your straight leg, double leg extension. This time coming in back into tabletop, bring the head down to the mat. Tuck the chin once more, straighten those legs, come into your chest lift, coming back into that start position. Tabletop, flat back. Lift the head into our chest lift, straighten the legs for double leg extension, coming back in. We've got 10, 9, 8. Your back should be lifting at all. If this one is a little bit too hard for you, feel free to go back to anything that we've already done. 7. Any of the previous regressions. For 6. 5. And remember that you're only going as low 4 as your back can maintain its flat position. The lower you go, the harder you work. 3. 2 more. And last one, straighten those legs. See if you can hold for 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw those knees in towards your chest once more. Give them a hug. Really flatten that back down. Pushing it down into the mat, giving it a nice stretch. And we'll leave the abs alone for a little while. Slowly letting one leg go at a time. Down towards the mat. We're rolling onto our sides. Roll onto your side. I'm starting with my left. From here, elbow bends at 90 degrees. Your elbow is straight underneath your shoulder and your hips are stacked. You are lifted underneath the side of your hip. Right hand goes onto the side of your hip, of your top hip. So in this case, my right hip. We are lifting the right leg straight up towards the ceiling and then coming back down again. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to draw down again. Stay strong through the head, strong through the neck. Don't let it drop. We've got 10 and 9, 8, 7. Make sure you stay lifted through your left side waist. Keep lifting that leg. We've got 6 more. And 5, 4, 3. Working those side glutes. 2, and 1. Now stay lifted with that leg. We tap the toes together, rotating the top leg out further, and then tap the knees down together, lifting the foot. Tap the toes, tap the knee, rotating through the femur, through that thigh bone. We've got 10, 9, 8, still strong through the torso, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We open the knee, we straighten the leg, and then bend it towards the chest. Point the toe, straighten away, and bend back towards you. Straighten and bend. We've got 10. Long through the leg as you exhale for 9 and 8, 7, 6, burning through that side glute, 6 and 5, sorry, 4, What counting? 3 and 2 and 1 more. Straighten, hold for 10 and 9. You can do it. 8, 7, I know it burns. 6, 5 and 4, 3, 2 and 1. Bend the knee back in and give it a rest down towards the mat. Now, we're swapping over to some arms while we're still on this side. So take your right hand and pop your right hand flat onto the mat. Your left hand and left arm wrap over the side of your body, and then the left hand rests on the right side, just underneath your armpit. Right hand flat on the mat. We push to lift up, single arm press, working through those triceps, working through the shoulder. Lift and push. We've got 10 more. 10. Strong through the torso. Rest the head all the way between the wraps. Exhale to lift for 9. 8. Take it slow. 7. 6. We've got 5. You can do it. Rest the head. Exhale, 4. 3. 2. And last one this side. Exhale, lift. And coming all the way back down. Slowly swap to the other side. We'll start with the side glutes, same as we did before. So this time, right side up onto your forearm. Your elbow again should be underneath your shoulder, and your top hand on the hip, on the top side hip. Your right hand is pressing down into the mat. Lift through your right side waist. Take the top leg, lift away from the bottom leg, and then slowly lower down. But make sure as you lift that you're not dropping through your shoulder or through your waist. Everything else stays still, just the leg moving through the ball and socket joint. We've got 10. Exhale to lift. 9. 8. And 7. Stay strong. 6. 5 and 4, 3, 2 and 1. We stay lifted with that leg just as we did before. We tap the knees together, rotate through that left leg, and then open out, tap the toes together. Tap the knees, tap the toes. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and 1. Come to that middle position, straighten the left leg, and then bend the knee in towards your chest. Push the knee away, straighten the toes, point them away from you. 10. Keep the leg high, don't let it drop. 9. 8. Exhale as you straighten. Inhale to come back in. 7. 6. You can do it. 5. And 4. 3. 2. And on the 1, we straighten away. We hold for 10 and 9. Lift that leg a little bit higher. 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Well done. Bend that knee in towards you. And then coming down to lie onto the side. Your right hand this time wraps around your torso and then to the left top side waist. Left top side waist. Your left hand is flat in front of your eye line. Your head is relaxed. And then we inhale here to prepare. And then exhale, lifting away for our single arm press. And then slowly lower down. Rest your head in between each repetition. Inhale. Exhale, push away. Slowly lowering down. We've got 10. And 9. Don't forget to straighten the arm all the way. We've got 8. Working hard through the tricep, hard through the chest. 7. 6. 5. Keep going. 4. And 3. 2. And 1 more. Length and lift. And then slowly, slowly lower down. Coming up onto all fours now. Onto all fours. Shoulders and elbows and wrists all in line. Elbows are nice and long. Rotate the creases of your elbows so that they're facing each other and parallel. From here we cat-cow. We inhale, we drop the tummy, we lift the head, we lift the tail. And then exhale, reverse, arching the back, tuck the tail, tuck the head in. And slowly reverse. Inhale. And then exhale, round. 2 more here. Inhale. And then exhale. Last one, drop the tummy, head lifts, tail lifts, stick that bottom out. And then lift into our last curl before we find that nice neutral position. From here, tuck your toes underneath. Your hands are nice and strong, your fingers are spread, and then lift into our pike. Little stretch through the calves and coming back down to all fours. Tap the knees back down, squeeze and lift, feeling the ab work after a couple of repetitions. Tap the knees, squeeze and lift, long through the legs. Might take a couple of repetitions to get to straight knees if you're a bit tight through the back of the legs. And then coming back down. We've got 10 here. 9. 8. 7. 6. And 5. 4. 3. And 2. This time coming down almost all the way, but don't tap your knees down just yet. We're holding here in our hover for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push back up to your pike. Stay here for a little bit. Inhale, pedal the feet. Pedaling those feet. Using your breath. 1 more pedal each side. Lovely calf stretch. Coming down onto all fours. Take the left hand, wrap the hand, bend the elbow. Left hand onto lower back. We rotate, lovely stretch through that mid-back. Knees staying down on the mat. Rotate, open out the chest. And then coming back down. 2 more here. Inhale. Exhale, see if you can get a little bit further. 1 more. Opening up the chest. And then rotating back. Bring that left hand down, swap to the right hand. Right hand on the lower back, opening out. And then rotating back to face the mat with your shoulders, opening out. Using your breath, exhale to get a little bit further. We've got 2 more here. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Coming back to parallel, then rotating once more. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Get a little bit further into that movement. And then rotating back to parallel. Right hand returns to the mat. Now, if your hands are getting a little bit sore, you can come up onto your fist for the next one. Or, if you can stay down onto your palms. From here, we tuck the right toes under to give us some stability on that right side. We straighten the left leg. We lift the left leg, squeezing the glute. Now imagine that there's a glass of water on your back. We don't want any of this. We don't want opening out through the hips. Your hips stay parallel to the floor. Bring the toes down to the mat. Tap them and lift. Squeeze through that glute. Lift and squeeze. Exhale for 10. Inhale to come down. 9. No work through the lower back, only the glute. 8. 7. 6. And 5. Long through the neck. 4. And 3. 2. And on the 1, stay lifted here. We pulse to the ceiling. Flex that foot, toes point down to the floor. 10, 9, 8, and 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap that foot back down. Bend the left knee. Tucking the left toes under for that stability once more. Right leg straightens out. Point the toes down towards the floor. Lift and squeeze. Again, remember, there's that glass of water balancing on your back. No rotation to open the hips. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Squeeze that glute. Slowly lowering down. Lift. Squeeze that glute. Lowering down. We've got 10. And 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. And 2. And you know what's coming. Lift and hold for 1. We pulse for 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. And 5. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Slowly lower that foot down to the floor, bending the knee. We come into our pigeon pose. Give the glutes a nice stretch. So right knee bends towards the right wrist, and then bring your left foot as close to the left hand as possible. Now, if you're quite tight through the hips, stay up here. Otherwise, come down onto your forearms and see if you can really stretch through that right leg. If you want to get even lower, straighten that left leg out further, and then bring your forehead as close as you can to the mat. Breathing in here. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Stretching long here. Couple more deep breaths. Slowly using your hands, push yourself back up. Bring the right leg back and swapping sides. Bring the left knee. Last deep breath here. And then slowly using your hands to push you back up. Bringing that left leg behind you and come into sitting.
Well done. You've finished your workout for today. I will see you next time.